I remember one of my friends pissed me off, son, talking about some. I'm gonna send you $1 every day, bro. I'm like, yeah, whole trip cancel.
Go back in your room, papi. And mind you, this man came out like shirtless and with some.
I didn't even want to go outside. Like I look like
Aw.
the Rock from the Fantastic Four.
I just want to say, as living in America, we are privileged to have certain things.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And
I had like the little flip phones,
oh, okay.
the Motorola's.
Hey everyone, welcome back to our podcast. This is
Sorry, Mom and Dad podcast.
Today we are in
Colombia.
Woo! We've had such a good time so far. We've done so many great activities. And today we're going to talk about all things travel.
Yes. How does it feel to travel with other people? How does it feel to travel with family? What are some things you've experienced while traveling? We're going to talk about all of those things.
So you know what they say, and I don't know if you know what they say, but let me tell you what they say.
Talk to me.
They say people who you travel with, those are your real friends. So you really meet people when you travel to places.
Oh.
It's because when you are traveling, you are low-key in a different environment where you are sharing a space, you're sharing a home, and you know how boundaries get sometimes.
Yeah, I could see that though, because you just can't live with everybody, right? You can't coexist in a space with everybody. So I can see that. Like, I know for a fact I cannot live with everybody. But I do feel like when we're on a trip and I just have my space and I have control over my space, I'm able to just ignore what other people are doing with their space. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Yeah. So whenever we do travel, though, I always do prefer to have like my own room, for example, or like just my own side of things, because I don't want other people's things to be in my space, if that makes sense.
I think that's good self-awareness because when we're younger, guys, and especially when you're in college, you don't have much money, but you want to go to Miami and have a good time. So all of you and your girls or whatever are sharing a small hotel room. When you go to Miami, a lot of friendships don't make it out.
Oh, I mean that makes sense though. I think the reason why I guess I've never experienced that was because I did kind of start traveling with people when I graduated from college. So I never, I guess, experienced while in college traveling with people and sharing that little space. But I have seen videos of, let's say, like 3 people on like one bed because they just want to go and have a fun experience. It's just
Yeah,
the
they
budget
don't
is
really
limited.
care about
The
where
sleeping
they're
situation.
sleeping. Right.
Yeah. What was a memory of you traveling with your friends?
I would say a good memory with my friends. It was also with my mom. So me, my sister, my best friend, and my mom went to Mexico.
Okay.
And my best friend's name is Tiffany. You guys will see her in the next episode. But we had such a good time. We were in college during these times and we stayed at an all-inclusive. You guys, you can never go wrong with an all-inclusive.
That's true. That's true.
And you can never go wrong with Mexico. It's just a lit time.
Yeah.
So we were just, to be honest, like lit the whole time, going to the freaking club like every night. And there was this one night we went out. Obviously, we got drunk. We came back. As we're walking back to our room, I guess we were being loud and obnoxious. I will admit we were. So there was this guy in the hallway. He was like some old guy, and he came out to the hallway. And he's like, you guys are being obnoxious, da da da. He's like basically yelling at us.
Trying to ruin your trip.
Right. And all three of us, mind you, it's like, I don't know, 3 a.m. or something. All three of us are like, was that necessary? Like, relax. We're about to go back inside. Yeah. So Tiffany, my best friend, starts arguing back with him. Ooh. And she's like, okay, papi. Go back inside your room, papi.
Not the papi.
Yeah, the papi had me crying. So she's like, why he's trying to act like our dad? So she's over here like, okay, papi. Go back in your room, papi. And mind you, this man came out like shirtless and with some either a towel or shorts covering him. I don't know what it was, but I guess he was trying to get freaky too in there. Maybe we were ruining that vibe for him.
Nah, chill, chill, chill.
But then
Big
Tiffany,
belly out and all that.
no, right, the big belly was out and everything. So then Tiffany had me crying because she was like, "You just over there trying to get laid, Poppy. Like, go back inside."
Oh, that's crazy.
And then he's over there still trying to freaking yell at us. So then when we
Oh.
finally got inside of the room, and he closed his door. We closed our door, and just to top it all off, she was like, "Good night, Poppy." That memory just always kill us. Like that's an inside joke for us.
I've been traveling for a long time. So even when I was a kid, I was traveling between Ghana and Togo. If y'all know, Ghana and Togo are neighboring countries, right, in Africa. So my dad is from Ghana, my mom is from Togo. So growing up, I was just transitioning between those two places. Both of my parents were here in America, but the people that were taking care of me were both in Ghana and in Togo. Since I was coming here, I had to go to Ghana to learn English because they speak English in Ghana. Whereas in Togo, they spoke French. So some of my very first few languages were Hausa, Ewe, French, and then I learned English. Right. So I was always traveling between those two countries, Ghana and Togo. Um, but when I came here, the time I can remember was during my friend's bachelor's trip, my friend Tyler's bachelor's trip, and we had went to DR. Ended up having a bunch of rashes. Like my skin
Ooh.
was horrible. Like when I tell you, I didn't even want to go outside. Like I looked like
Oh.
the Rock from the Fantastic Four. It was crazy. Rashes all over. I was itching all over. I don't
Mhm.
know what it was. If I had touched something that I was allergic to, or I don't know what it was. But I remember I had to go to the pharmacy and get the anti itch cream for my
Mhm.
body. Like literally, guys, my entire body was itching. And yo, even right now in Colombia, something that's really, really big here is mosquitoes. When I tell ya, I have probably over 50 mosquito bites.
It's just
50.
hard traveling when you have skin problems, eczema, skin sensitivity,
Yes. Yeah.
prone to getting mosquito bites.
Mm-hmm.
Anything with the skin is hard to travel.
Yeah, like I have very, very sensitive skin, and that's like a memory that I can remember because it was supposed to be like a time for my friend. Like he was about to get married, and it was supposed to be
Yeah.
fun, like us guys just hanging out together, you know. But
He was
I
not having
couldn't
it.
do anything. Like if you remember, every time you called me, I was in the room because I
Yeah.
just didn't want to go out anywhere because it was just rashes all over me, and I was feeling very insecure, of course.
Oh.
And yeah, I just didn't want to go anywhere. But that's a core memory that I remember because I'm like, damn, I wish these rashes weren't in the way so that I can feel like I was there for him more. But we still had a good time though. Listen, I had a good time being in the pool, you know, sipping on mocktails and stuff.
So we know when you go on a group trip,
Mhm.
usually you have some type of role within the group trip. Planner,
Yeah,
that can be I'm gonna say treasurer, the one who collects the money,
facts. The protector.
the protector.
Mhm.
So, what do you think is your role when planning group trips?
So I do feel like when planning group trips, I am someone that's usually like, hey, tell me how much I owe, tell me where we're going, and if I got it and I got the days and I'm going, I'll just send you everything. I don't like wasting my time. I remember this one time I planned a whole trip, right? We were supposed to go to Vegas, me and my friends, like my whole group of friends. I have like
Like your
nine,
guys?
yeah, me and my guys. It's like nine of us. I remember I planned the whole thing, right? I paid for everything with my card. I hit up the group chat. I'm like, yo, send the bread. Three people send me the money. Three people sent me the money. Everybody was like, yo,
That would
bro.
have pissed me off.
I remember one of my friends pissed me off, son, talking about some, I'm going to send you $1 every day, bro. I'm like, yeah, whole trip cancel. Word. Whole trip is canceled. I dead canceled the whole trip. I'm like, I'm not doing this no more. So
Yo.
that's why now I don't plan trips anymore. Is I wait for you to plan it. Tell me what it is. Tell me what we're doing, and I'll just send the money.
You
Easy
could
headed.
plan me a trip.
Come on, I planned this
No,
whole
no.
trip right here, and tell me you're not having a good time.
I am. I am.
Exactly. So I'm a good planner. It's just I don't like to plan because people make
With
it
people who
difficult.
be flaking.
Facts. The flops? No, no, no. What about
And
you?
then those people who be taking forever to send the money, it's like
But that's what I'm saying.
my
That's
credit card
what.
statement is not
Yo,
waiting.
hello.
No.
Like, if if the bill collector start deducting from your credit point, your credit score, like, what do you think is gonna happen? Are you gonna be there and be like, oh no, give them a point every
I'm
day?
gonna send you
No,
$1 every day.
no, it's not happening. So yeah, I dead canceled the whole trip because I wasn't having it. I'm like, nah, you're not about to do this to me.
I feel like for me, I could play different roles in a
Hmm.
group trip. I could play the planner, but I do think there are several planners within a group trip.
Yeah.
So, for example, me and my sister work really well together
Hmm.
planning a trip because we kind of combine the excursions that we want to do. We're able to break
Mm,
them up within days.
yeah.
And I like making cute, fun itineraries
Hmm.
because I just feel like I want it to be aesthetically pleasing. So I love that.
Nah, you definitely do. You do.
And I don't mind doing some research if we're looking for a good deal for these excursions because you guys know some excursions be having us overpay. So I will be looking for a good deal in that. So yeah, I could play different roles there.
I think for me, my priority is more of like, are you having fun? Because as long as you're having fun, I'm kind of having fun. So it's
Oh,
whatever you want to do. So that's why you notice that I just ask you like, what do you want to do? Because whatever it is that you want to do, I'm kind of fine with it. And if I am interested in something, I usually send you like a link
yeah,
of
you
what it
tell
is,
me.
and I ask, I'm like, hey, do you mind doing this? And then
Mm,
like you usually just say yes.
mm-hmm,
So I feel like we do match each other's energy when it comes to
mm-hmm.
traveling together a lot. But I can definitely see how it gets difficult with other people because not everybody's interested in the same thing. Not everybody wants to do the same thing.
I will 100% clack that because everyone has different personalities, of course.
Right.
Everyone has a different opinion. It's hard to, I guess, lead a group trip
Yeah.
when you want everyone's needs to be satisfied.
Yeah.
And I will say, guys, okay, so in Colombia, in this during this trip,
Mhm.
obviously they speak Spanish here, and it's a little bit different than traveling to Spain. When we went to Spain last year, their main language is Spanish as well, but mostly
Yeah.
everybody spoke
That is
English.
true.
It
That is
wasn't
true.
hard at all for you
Yeah.
to communicate with them.
Communicate.
But here, mostly everyone speaks Spanish. And obviously, we're not complaining about that because it's their country and we're visiting
Facts.
their country.
Facts.
But it was hard for English speakers to communicate. So, me and my sister had to be the main point of communication,
The translators.
and my sister left the trip early. So
Yeah.
that leaves just me. And I was trying to fill in his needs, my best friend's needs, trying to get them to understand their questions that they be having. So like they're both bombarding me with questions at times and I'm just like I can't. Like it's a lot. It was a lot for me at one point.
Mhm.
I think the first day that my sister left, it was a lot for me.
It
Like it
was a
hit me
lot.
cuz like
Yeah.
I'm like, "Whoa, like I have to translate everything in my brain first of all."
Yeah.
And mind you, I grew up speaking Spanish in my household, but obviously my primary language is English now. So it still takes time for me to translate things. Low key a no stable kid. Low key, low key. But I'm trying my best, right?
Hmm.
And it was difficult. It's something that I didn't think about at
Yeah.
all.
Listen, let me tell you, when we were coming, right? First of all, she was doing a bunch of research about the atmosphere in Colombia, what is safe, what is not safe, just a bunch of different things. I remember we were at the airport. She literally said, y'all shouldn't even be talking at all because if they find out that we're Americans, they're gonna try to scam us, they're gonna try to kidnap us. Whatever. I was like, babe, you sure? She said, yeah. I'm like, all right, just know you're gonna be translating a lot because I'm gonna be acting like I'm mute, throwing a bunch of signs at you, and you gonna pretend like you know what I'm saying, right? Hey, don't get me wrong though. My Spanish it's a little there. Ya habla español poquito, sí, yeah, right? So and then also there are times when I search things up and I'm able to say it's just when they're communicating back to me, I don't be knowing what they're saying. So I can say what I want to say. But it's like when they're responding back, I don't be really knowing what it is that they're
Yeah.
saying. So that's when I kind of look at her a little bit. I'm like, babe, what is he saying? Because they talk mad fast here too. They talk really, really fast. right?
Yeah, I
But
completely get that.
yeah,
It was just a lot because they do talk fast, and obviously I'm not super used to that.
yeah,
So even for me, I had to adjust about whatever he's saying, like in my brain. It was just a lot, but I think after that first day, I got used to it,
I
and
got used to.
it became better.
Yeah, I was gonna say, listen, you did a good job.
Thank
You did
you.
amazing. Like I was, guys, translating whatever language it is, it's always hard because sometimes some of the things that they saying in the language may not
It
necessarily
don't
translate
translate
to
exactly.
English, right? So now you have to find a way to twist it where it
It
sounds
makes
similar, yeah,
sense.
to what it is that
Exactly.
they're saying. Because you can't just say exactly what they're saying. You have to know how to say to the person so that they can understand what it is that they are trying to communicate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. All right, guys. So, in this next part of this episode, I want to dig a little bit more deeper into traveling in an immigrant household because boy, do
Ooh.
we know that is interesting. How did your family view traveling growing up? Did you guys travel to several places every year? Did you not? How did your family view it?
So, as I was saying in the beginning of this episode, right? I did grow up in two places in Africa, which is Ghana and Togo. So, in the beginning, when my parents were still there, I was living in Ghana with them, but I was born and then they left when I was 1 years old to come here. So when they left, I was given to my mom's side of the family so that I can be cared for. And I'm not gonna lie, my grandfather, amazing guy, rest in peace. He did an amazing job taking care of me. I was going to school, private school, friends, right? We was a little privileged over there. Um, But then when they knew that I was gonna come here after like let's say 8 years, right? So at this time I was like eight. They knew I was gonna come over here. They're like, all right, it's time for him to go to Ghana so that he can learn English. Right. So when I was in Ghana, obviously it was required for me to be going back to my grandfather and be visiting him just so he knows that I'm okay. Because listen, that man was overprotective about me, and I loved it. Right, that was my champ right there. Right, so when I was in Ghana, every time on like little breaks, I would literally travel by myself. Like this is when I'm like 8, 9 years old, traveling by myself. Right,
That's crazy.
yeah,
I will say kids that grow up, I want to say outside of the US,
yes, all
they
very
become very
independent.
independent and they
Yes,
become very aware. They just grow up faster, I feel like.
yes, yes, that
Let
is
us
very
know
true.
where you guys are from, where you guys grew up.
And did you used to travel when you were a lot younger? I was just kind of traveling between places. I'll go to Hohoe, I'll go to Accra, I'll go to Togo, Lomé.
So by traveling, you mean you'll hop on a bus and
Yes. So I'll just hop on the bus. Of course, I'll be in constant communication with my guardians to let them know, like, hey, I'm
did
safe.
you have a phone at that
Yeah.
time?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
so I had like the little flip phones,
Oh, okay.
the Motorola's. Yeah, but there are also times when I didn't have a phone though, because I was a kid, so I was always
Yeah.
breaking the phone or losing it. But the thing they always told me was like tuck away your stuff. There are times when, for example, my uncle would drop me off, and then from there I would like branch off by myself and go to where I'm supposed to go to. Yeah, so when I came to the US, I was still transitioning here and my parents had like trust issues with friends. So I never got to travel with friends, like I said, until I graduated from college. When I graduated from college, that's when it was the pandemic and so on and so forth. And listen, no flights were cheap. So I was like, well, it's time
You're
for
like,
me
that's
to
my chance.
explore the world, right? So I started traveling with like a group of friends, and my parents hated it, right? Yes, one, they were concerned about COVID, but one of the things that they were also really, really big on was like money this, money that. And I just feel like in an African household, yes, they do want you to save, but they also want to control your money. So it's not just about you yourself saving, it's also about like how they can benefit from your money. So
Mm.
because of that, I was like, yo, like why y'all trying to tell me what to do with my money kind of
Right.
situation. So I was
You're like,
being
I'm leaving.
listen, I was being a little malcriado, you feel me? If you listen, I told y'all, y'all hablo español poquito, you know what I mean? But yeah, so I would travel, I'll come back and like it would be like a whole argument and so on and so forth. But then when I moved out, like traveling obviously just
That's
became
obviously up to
seamless.
you,
Yeah, but
right?
I never traveled. I don't remember ever traveling with my actual parents. Because remember, they
Oh,
left
okay.
me when I was
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah.
So I don't remember ever traveling with my actual parents. So I'm interested to see how that will be in the near future because I do plan on traveling with them. At
Yeah.
least my mom. I'm not that close with my dad, guys. So at least my mom, I want to see how it feels to travel with her.
I feel like for me, growing up, we never really went on any family trips.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a thing. The most we would go to is to Pennsylvania because I
Okay.
have my uncles who have a house over there. And it
Yeah.
would be all of us. It would be like all of my uncles, my cousins. It would be a lot of us going to Pennsylvania together.
Yeah.
So I never grew up being like, oh my gosh, like I wanna visit this place or that place because it just wasn't normal to me.
Right.
Now I wanna say when I was like 13, maybe
Mm-hmm.
14, um we made our first trip to Miami together, our first family trip, and that
Yeah.
was because my aunt at the time, her kids were a little bit older, so they want to travel and they put into their brains like, oh yeah, like traveling is good, da da da.
Yeah.
Like that
Yeah.
idea finally came to mind for my
Yeah. I
parents.
mean, traveling is good though.
And yeah,
Yeah.
so we all booked a trip to Miami, and that was really cool because
Mm-hmm.
we all went to Disney World. It was just
Oh.
really nice. My uncle had a house there at the time, and
Mm-hmm.
it was just like a really, really cool time. After that, we never, well, one other thing that we did is, guys, especially if you grow up in immigrant households, your parents want to travel back to their home country.
Oh my
So that's like
gosh.
the only other trip that we did, is
Yeah.
traveling back to Ecuador. And
Mm-hmm.
they stay there forever because they're trying to get their money's worth, which I don't blame them. But we
Facts.
were literally there like the whole summer, like three
Three,
months. We
four
were
months.
there for
Yeah.
a long time. As we got a little bit older,
Mm-hmm.
my mom my mom is a very open-minded person,
Mm-hmm.
and she loves to take in me and Connie's feedback. She wants to give us the best life that we could have.
Yeah.
So as we got older, we're like, Ma, we want to go here, we want to go there. And we ended up making our other first trip, just me, Connie, and her.
Yeah.
We ended up going to Orlando together,
Oh.
and we knew some people over there, and again
Mm-hmm.
we ended up going to Disney, all of those
Yeah.
things. After that, we told each other, we're like, let's make it a tradition to go somewhere
To
every
go.
year.
Oh, that's
The
dope.
year after, we went to Mexico with Tiff.
Oh.
After that, we went to DR,
Hey.
and that's how we ended up just traveling a little bit of
A little bit
places
more.
every time. And my dad, he's still in the immigrant mindset where he's like, I want to go to Ecuador because if I'm gonna spend money, I'm gonna spend the money
On my
in my home
country,
country.
right?
Exactly. Which again, I don't blame him, but I'm like, all
Yeah.
right, I'm gonna live my life how I want to live it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of how my mom's thinking has transformed.
Yeah.
Whereas my dad is still in that immigrant household mentality, but we be traveling without him, and he's fine. He be taking care of Jasper, which is my dog.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. That's like the part about your dad loving his country. Yo, her dad loves Ecuador. Like I tell you, yo, for Christmas I got him this little hat that has the
Oh my
Ecuadorian flag.
gosh.
This man was wearing that joint every single day.
In the
Like,
winter.
yeah, he loves Ecuador. But nah, that's I feel like that's big in an immigrant household though, because for example, my mom will always travel and my dad as well. He like they'll both always travel back and forth from like where they from, Ghana, Togo, um, from here to like Africa, Ghana, Togo, and so on and so forth. I just never went back ever since I came, but I've always seen them travel. And yo, when I tell y'all when they're gone for a good 4, 5, 6 months, even sometimes. And I'm like, yo, what are y'all doing there for that long? They love, oh, let's build a house back home so we can.
Oh my gosh, to build a house back home, they like, I want
Yo,
to retire over there.
I would,
Mind you, they still
they
here.
still
And it's
here.
like,
After
hello.
all these years, you're still here. They done retired, they still here. What happened to retire back home?
And then mind you, if we go back home and we look at that house they building, it's like in skeletons still.
Yo, for real, like let's really talk about how family really be taking advantage of you when you're in America because they think you have so much money, right? So it's like you ask them to help you build a compound in your country, They be there exploiting you, using up all your money and making it seem like they're building something to you, and then you go over there, you see skeletons.
I know that is really sad because it's
Yeah.
like your own family is scamming you in a way.
Yeah, and this is why, to be honest, when it comes to building like
Anything
houses back
abroad.
home, I'm not a big fan of it. Would I do I help my family out in terms of like people back home that need money or whatever? Yes. I'm very charitable in that sense, but when it comes to me building something, like I would want to personally be there and watch the estate being developed
Mhm.
instead of sending money over there and kind of trusting, family members to build that up for you, because it's never gonna happen.
Yeah, facts. I agree.
Mm.
All right. I want to talk about with all the traveling that we've done,
Mm.
how do you think it has helped change your idea on culture, identity?
I personally love traveling because I feel like I get to experience other people's culture and learn from it, and then also compare what are some of the similarities that we have. And to be honest, guys, the more you travel, you're gonna find out that there's a lot of similarities between your country, and a bunch of different places. For example, Colombia. Like, guys, there's this beautiful, amazing town called Palenque. Guys, it's literally a population full of black people. And when I tell you, there's a whole history behind how um the first Africans that were brought here for like slavery and so on,
And they ran away,
yeah,
and in that
escaped.
town is where
That's
they
where
settled.
they settled and started developing. Like, yo, when I tell y'all go to that town, it's very colorful. It's beautiful. Like, it literally looks just like my country, Ghana. It looks like Africa. Like, it's beautiful
I
over
was
there.
gonna mention that same thing. I feel like traveling is so important and makes us look at life so much
A
differently
whole differently, yeah.
because we did an excursion of horseback riding over here, guys,
Mhm.
and we saw there are some houses around the beach, but those you would think would be a little bit more developed, but they were a little bit broken
Yeah,
down, busted down, and it just made me look at life a lot differently.
yeah,
One, to be grateful for everything that we do
absolutely.
have, because sometimes I don't just want to say as Americans, but I just
Mhm.
want to say as living in America, we are privileged to have certain things.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And back in other countries, even in our home countries, it's like people don't just have access to these clean waters,
Yeah,
hot water,
yeah.
so it really does bring a lot of reality back in a way, and it makes me just be grateful about life overall.
No, that's a fact. Like, if you notice, even when you get a hotel, Airbnb, whatever it is, penthouse, whatever it is, even this penthouse that we're in right now, yo, when we're showering, the cold water and the hot water be going in
It's
and
like
out. And I'm
coming in
just
and
like,
out.
bro, what is going on? Like, whereas in America, it's like you turn that hot water on, that hot water stays on literally for the entire time, unless I guess you have a smaller
Yeah.
boiler. But
And even within America, though, we haven't traveled to the South. We are from New York,
that is true.
so it's interesting. I do want to eventually travel there to see how life is different because it is, and there's also a lot of towns that don't have access to these things
Access.
as
Oh
well.
wow, that's interesting.
So it'll be interesting when we do make it
Yeah, I
down
never
there.
thought about it. Where did we go for your cousin's wedding? Wasn't it the
Oh wait,
South?
that was the South. We
Yeah,
went
so
to
we
South or North Carolina, one of
yeah, so
those.
we have been to the South like once, but we
Yeah.
haven't really traveled to
But we
like,
really went there for weddings, so it wasn't like
yeah,
we could discover the culture there.
right.
Yeah.
But we went to places like PA,
Yeah.
just regular. Like, I haven't even been to Arizona or Texas or any of
Yeah.
those things. Yeah, so
Yeah,
I'm
but I do
definitely,
think
yeah,
it's super important to be traveling and just to learn about the different cultures. My best friend was also really shocked with Palenque because she didn't realize
yeah,
how much African influence Colombia
influence.
has.
Yeah,
So it was really interesting to
and
see that.
like it's crazy because you would think it's just in that small town that they will be mentioning like African
Yeah,
influence, but a
but it's
lot of
like
the people
throughout.
here actually
Hmm.
really really love, like, yo, they play a lot of Afro beats here. Like, yo, we've been to Spain, and
Hmm.
first of all, Spain was playing a bunch of like music. They weren't even playing like real Hispanic music like Bad Bunny, Carol G, Becky G, and stuff like that. We were just hearing a bunch of like disco and so on and so forth. Whereas like when I tell you Colombia is real cultured, like yes, we
But
heard
even
American music.
I learned a lot about, and I grew up with cumbia, with salsa,
Yeah.
like the real,
Yep.
all of that bachata. And I even learned the way that cumbia is danced is really because the African slaves were chained, so they had to move their feet a
Yes.
certain type of way.
Yeah.
And I was really shook. It was
Shocked.
really
Yeah.
eye
Yeah.
opening, and I was like, oh wow, like that completely makes sense. Even the name Cartagena de las Indias,
Yeah.
I was like, that makes sense because apparently when the Spanish came over here, guys, quick history story.
Yeah. This is real
But
interesting. Yeah.
when the Spanish came over here, they had a Cartagena, and then when they came here, they thought their Cartagena looked like this
Look like
Cartagena,
this.
so
Yeah.
then they named it Cartagena de las Indias, and I was like,
Yeah.
it just be adding up. So
Everything was clicking. The math was mathing.
exactly.
That's a fact.
All
Nah,
right,
but
guys.
yeah, this is like, guys, listen, I get it. Y'all love your home countries. So do I. Like, y'all gonna hear me in a lot of these videos. I'm always talking about Ghana, Ghana this, Ghana that. Like, I love my home country. However, I do believe it is very, very important to travel to other people's countries, other countries to just explore, experience their culture, like see like what are the differences, what are the similarities, see where your people, right, everybody originated from Africa, see how people have just migrated to different parts of the earth. Like it's like I love traveling because I'm not gonna lie, I love to just experience culture and food. Everything is just beautiful. Like
Yeah.
just travel and you're gonna see what we're saying.
Now, to end it all off, I just want to start by each of us stating what is our dream travel destination. And I will say my dream travel destination is. Okay, this I need to probably think about.
I
You
was
could go
like,
first.
damn.
You could go
How,
first.
like I'm like, you already got it. I would actually love to go somewhere in like somewhere tropical in Africa, right? Because I feel like there's a lot of beautiful water, jungle, Sahara, and just different parts of Africa, right? That we can explore and we will have a great time as a honeymoon, right? Because common places people go to are like Greece, um, Italy, France, and places like that. But I would love to go to a place that's more tropical, like Madagascar or something. Congo, like there's a part in Congo that's beautiful. I searched it up, but hey, listen, I don't, I can't think of a dream place right now, but I just know I would like it to be somewhere like tropical in Africa because I also didn't really discover my continent yet. Like I would love to explore other parts of Africa and see how beautiful it is. So, have you thought of yours yet?
I mean, there's several places.
Uh
I
huh.
would like to go to the south of France.
Okay.
Um, so like Canes,
Canes.
those type of places and islands over there.
Mm-hmm.
I will also like to go to different parts of Africa.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it'll just be a beautiful experience,
Yeah,
and
for
they have
sure.
so much good wildlife,
Yeah.
nice wildlife. I just saw one of my friends is in South Africa, and she went to a safari,
Oh.
and it was just like wow, like that's really cool.
Yeah.
But I am a beach girly, so I will say that any beach destinations, locations, I'm all down for. But I will say south of France because
Okay.
I've just always wanted to experience that.
Yeah. So when we met, I told her that I didn't like the beach because every beach in New York is just dirty. Sorry, guys. The beaches in New York is disgusting. When we started traveling to like Bahamas, Turks and Caicos, Colombia, guys, I love the beach because it has beautiful water. But if the beach is dirty, I don't like it.
His germophobia coming out.
Oh, also when y'all travel, do y'all travel with your own bed sheets? Cause I'm about to start doing that. I do travel with my own towel, soap, everything. But do y'all travel? Do you like? Should we start traveling with our own bed sheet? Cause I feel like every time we get to a place, the bed sheets don't be given the way I want them to be given. Like,
Honestly, that is probably smart. All right, guys, we're gonna end this episode. again, comment some travel destinations that you are interested in going to and maybe
Facts.
that you would like us to visit. Maybe we could take your suggestions.
Yeah. Remember, like, comment, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Sorry Mom and Dad Podcast, and just comment a bunch of places that you would like us to travel next.
And any fun stories if you ever had a fall off with any friendships.
Facts.
Put all those juicy
Hey.
stories down in the comments.
Yeah.
Please follow us on all social media platforms, including TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and our personals as well. Thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.